Is Target becoming the next Bud Light? Well, I don't really think so in the grand scheme of things. There's a lot of stuff that's out there right now, a whole lot of opinion pieces that I personally find incredibly hilarious because they might inadvertently end up red-pilling the world with some of those op-eds that I'm seeing. Okay, we'll probably talk about those into the future. We got some hard data, which is of course at the center of your awareness, because if you don't assess the world for the way that it is instead of the way that you want it to be, well, you'd just be a woman. Target pulls Pride trans products. But no, like I was saying before, seeing those op-eds that are out there, it's very interesting what exactly they're trying to narrow down on and say is right at the zeitgeist. If this boycott's gonna be successful, we just need these people to hop in line. And yeah, no, okay. Again, if you just understood statistics, you would also understand that, oh, okay, cool. Just appeal to the consumer base and tell them that they make all the fiduciary decisions, and then, oh, okay, inadvertently off of that, okay, cool. If the marketing directly affects that group, and then they're the ones that are going to be responsible for the boycotting, what else are they lying about? Oh, this could be so interesting. Or it'll just end up being the Miller Lite situation where it doesn't directly affect us, so we don't really have to worry about that. But like I said, probably in the future we'll talk about that in the next couple of days or so, because I'm seeing them and it's just, oh, it's so juicy. But like I said, we got numbers this time around. We got numbers, stats, figures, and actual stuff that's going on instead of just some weird psyops and branches off of the feminist tree. Anyways, Target pulling trans products and claims it's because of threats to staffers. No, it's not. Shut up. We seen yesterday from the emergency meeting that they were having, they just didn't have a cool theme song to it. And no, they were equipping their staff members with some canned lines to understand how to handle a supposed customer that would come in. Or, I'm sorry, they call them guests at Target. Ugh. If they have any objections to their kneeling to the altar of the alphabet. But no, it's the customer's fault, which is kind of funny what they're doing right here. No, it's all you bad guys' fault. That's why we have to get rid of this stuff that wasn't going to sell to anybody to begin with. Because, let's be honest, man. You're selling chest binders and weird, goofy, sexual stuff for kids. Outside of a couple single moms that are out there, who's actually going to buy this stuff for their kids? Like, it's manufactured outrage. It's hilarious as shit, just seeing how much stuff they think they can get away with. But you trying to blame your customers? It's never worked before, ever. And you have an ongoing example right now that this is not the way at all. This is not a winning strategy, but now you're going to employ it? See, this is what happens when you have all of the people in the marketing departments that go to those same indoctrination camps to get their degree, which has a studies or arts at the end of it, which is not a real degree, and then they end up getting jobs in human resource departments and then and marketing departments, and then they all come out with the exact same fucking strategy at the end of the day. It never works, but Lord have mercy, they truly are 60 IQ people. 2-inch thick skulls so that they continue to bang their head against the wall and blame everybody else except for themselves. Let's get into this. Target has pulled some of the most controversial items from its Pride collection in the face of a Bud Light style boycott, but it's doubling down on its commitment to big gay causes and blaming volatile complaints for its decision. Over the last few weeks, the retail giant has been reviled by families, particularly for mothers. Kind of a spoiler what we're going to be talking about, and again, just so funny. If you know the stats and you know what's going on behind the scenes, if you simply follow the fucking money, they're inadvertently, just kind of overplaying their hand because they're all retarded for pushing, not the mothers, some of them are good people, I would imagine. My mom's cool. For pushing transgender clothes, books, and greeting cards in its stores. Yesterday, amid outrage and confusion over the lack of tuck-friendly female swimsuits, the company released a statement to insist the suits were only available in adult sizes. Interesting. Like, I know on my thumbnail yesterday, Alex Stein he's a big boy. I think he's over 6 feet tall, and he's north of 2 bills. So yeah, no, that checks out. But still, like, I know I was a fat kid, and I tell my story of my come up often, but from the age that I could be in adult-sized clothing, I would have been, 10 or 11? And I know most kids kind of fit into that range as well. So yeah, they only come in adult sizes. Alright, have you seen the childhood obesity rates as well? But anyways, it's not really that much of a excuse, really. Amid growing anger over the displays and concerns about some of the designers featured. Yeah, this is what ends up becoming incredibly weird. The company started having emergency meetings to avoid a backlash as voracious as that which Bud Light faced for partnering with trans activist Dylan Mulvaney. You know what they should probably do just to stem the controversy that they're facing? Put a big Bud Light display at the front of the stores. That should definitely avert Target's distraction. I'm only half kidding, because that would be funny. But then again, if they're trying to appeal to mothers, they don't have a sense of humor. But is that a dude? I don't know what that. It's got stupid fucking, sticker tattoo, and it's probably a fucking guy anyways. We know that, yeah, from the briefs yesterday that this is tuck friendly or whatever. I don't know. I don't care. Not my type. But no, our Pride products are only in adult sizes. Why is there a kid's swimsuit part of the Pride collection? Just be you and feel the love. Remember, guys, love is love. And no, if you were worried about people fucking animals, that's a slippery slope fallacy. All right, then. You're right, we haven't legalized bestiality yet, but what about chopping kids' gonads off? Oh, interesting. That slide, there was a Y somewhere, and we took the darkest timeline. Finally, in a statement last night, yeah, I seen this published just after I published my video on this, so I knew, we had some stuff to talk about today. Target said it had pulled some of its items that have been the center of the most controversial behavior, because, yeah, we just had the Rosa Parks situation where get your ass to the back, and it's like, no, I don't want to. And they're like, no, the hillbillies are coming, and it's like, well, just be safe. Since introducing this year's collection, we've experienced threats impacting our team members' sense of safety and well-being while at work. All of these ethereal terms that they're using. Has anybody actually been threatened? No. It's that same thing whenever there's a shit product that's rolled out. Oh, we're receiving death threats. Prove it. Receipts. Now, we know that the Target receipt is about, a mile long, so you could easily do this. Come on now, just do it. But no. Sense of safety and well-being while at work, where people just go, that's what you guys are doing? All right, then. And it's sad, because when Target was up in Canada, and we might have to watch one of those documentaries on a fun Rumble stream someday, because that was an interesting display of just corporate ineptness wrought wild, but another topic for another time, I guess. But Target has some good stuff, like their home brand stuff. Their version of Great Value, isn't it Arrow or something like that? Yeah, I think so. Arrow or Archer. Target Canada was only up here for like 18 months, and fuck, it was not that far from where I live. But anyways, given these volatile circumstances, we are making adjustments to our plans, including removing items that have been at the center of the most significant confrontational behavior. What behavior? I thought it was just the sense of feeling or emotions or vibes or energy, whatever fucking stupid shit they cite. Crisis communications manager. So I guess that kind of leads some credence that there were some emergency meetings happening. Kayla, oh, seriously. Why is it always? All right. The company did not specify which items had been taken off the shelves. We just had some because people felt a certain way. Okay, we did something about it. Please don't boycott us. Oh, really? And then I took that personally. There is also growing outrage over its partnership with Eric Cullen, a British tranny whose brand Aprabalin encourages Satanism. Not just that, trans Satanism. Go with me for a second. Target is selling two of the brand's items, a $25 slogan sweater with the words Acura Transphobia, not trans people, interesting, wrapped around a sword. Okay, it could be a cool design, but you could also take that in the least charitable light possible by saying that's advocating for violence. You have a weapon there. And the $18 Too Queer for Here tote bag and a We Belong Everywhere fanny pack. Is that British fanny or American fanny? That now appears to be sold out. Eric, a tranny, proudly shared photos of the collaboration on Instagram, and boy does he have a fun t-shirt and nice headgear, I guess. Satan respects pronouns, which I don't think that's a statement that you necessarily think it's making. Or maybe they all just are demonic and evil. I don't know. I think both can be true, realistically. But I guess that's the Acura Transphobia, not trans people. You said that it was a sword. That looks a little bit more like the medical insignia. And that's not a small, okay? Everything about this is wrong. Everything about this is super haram. But there's the tote bag, Too Queer for Here. And then, okay, Bury Cisf. I have no idea what this is. Okay, so this is an Etsy store from this Anheuser-Busch Prale. Okay, good. Now that we got it. Store are more sinister stickers and badges which denigrate cis feelings, which are regular feelings, not your fucking mental illness writ large. Bury cis feelings. Interesting. I'm the one Fox News warned you about. I guess that would spook grandmothers, I guess, but so would the multicolored hair. Straights suck, queers swallow. Oh boy. So you hate 95% of the population, and if you could clarify what you swallow, because we can take a look at the statistics as well and figure out that it's more than likely a shotgun. I am a goddamn lesbian. Fantastic. Don't take the Lord's name in vain, you heathens. Oh, bye babe, and young, bisexual, and willing. Okay, groomer. In the bio of the brand's website, he says he has always been fascinated with the frightening and mystical. Well, yeah, it just also seemed like a natural pairing, all of this trans nonsense and Satanism. Okay, this is the one time when I can unironically point to something and go, that is Satanism. Because by the trad cucks that are out there, they like to say, everything is demonic, everything is evil. Oh, look at Sam Smith on the stage with the fire and the red regalia. I thought we went through all of this fucking moral panic with the satanic panic in the late 80s, okay? That music fucking rocked, at least. Sam Smith, on the other hand, he's just a fat mental patient. I juxtapose it with the imagery of skulls and spooky things, an interest of mine since I was a child. There's something magical about the like, listen, okay, this fucking Cal Arts nonsense, okay, that's fine. You got shitty little pins and badges, whatever, man. But you take a look at the art that's on these clothes, and it's, fucking dog shit stuff, man. Like, at least if you're gonna put that on anything, just add some sparkles and an Ed Hardy logo from shoulder to shoulder. That would at least look a little bit more appropriate. Just that shitty form of old school Americana tattoo work that, devout old bikers and sailors used to get. Like, that's fine for, like, a tattoo, but for a shirt like that, like, you want to say that everybody else's thinking is out of style, to say that your gender expression is somehow valid, but, the vast majority, the overwhelming majority of the population is old and out of touch. You fuckers just continue to tread out the same old tired shit. But for as much smoke as this thing here is getting, and in general, Target themselves, it's alright, okay? While there might seem like there are just hordes of enemies amassing on the horizon, don't worry, there is an ally that's out there. Gavin Newsom. Gavin Newsom has chimed in, the CEO of Target, Brian Cornell, selling out the gay community to extremists is a real profile in courage. Sorry, what? This isn't just a couple of stores in the South. There's a systematic attack on the gay community happening across the country. Wake up, America. This doesn't stop here. You're black, you're Asian, you're Jewish, you're a woman. You're next. Yeah, that says Gavin Newsom, right? Interesting. So wait a minute. He's standing up for the gay community and then also boycotting Target by condemning the message? Oh, maybe this is more Bud Light than I actually thought to begin with. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.